out there knows something about this crime. Now, if it takes this $15,000 to bring that information forward, we would greatly take it and move forward. We want to have closure for Thomas, the family, friends. This is very important. And you can see behind me, a lot of people here have come and supported this. So, again, if you have information, please come forward with it. It's a very frustrating case when you have no information that you can go on, any leads to follow, and we just believe that someone out there knows something about this case. So if you can call us, it would be greatly appreciated, and we will do everything we can to bring closure for this family.
At this time, we're going to hear from one of the family members who have just shown so much love and support, and actually is responsible of trying to bring this together because he felt like that this should not go unnoticed because someone knows about it. I'd like to introduce you at this time, Lieutenant Colonel Brian Nunley. This is TJ's uncle.
First of all, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out today. I know it's a busy day for everybody, but it's a difficult day for us. As Ann said, I'm TJ's Uncle Brian. When TJ was a kid, we spent a lot of time together. I can't tell you how devastating it's been for our family and for our friends as well. TJ was a good kid. He loved being out on the water. We spent a lot of time doing water sports together. I actually taught him how to jet ski. It's difficult for us now realizing we're never going to have him back. But I would like to take a minute and thank the Justice Coalition and her staff, all the volunteers who I know do this for nothing. And they have been a tremendous amount of support to us in this difficult time. I don't know how we would have gotten through it without them. I'd also like to thank the Sheriff's Department, the lieutenant behind me. They're doing everything, and I know they're doing everything they possibly can to find leads, chase down leads, and find out who committed this tragedy. But the biggest reason I'm here today are these people here. These are the neighbors. I feel like they're my neighbors. I came from Michigan to be here today. But I've met a lot of them over the last several weeks, last several months. Knocked on a few doors, probably scared a few of them. But they've been overwhelmingly supportive in welcoming me in their neighborhood, in their community. And I ask that all of you do what you can for your neighborhood. I feel like this is a wonderful place to live. And I worry about the future of the rest of the people that live here. So if anybody knows anything or has any information, please don't be afraid to pick up the phone, make an anonymous call, leave a tip. These people are wonderful people. They'll do everything they can. And I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
We had the opportunity of meeting TJ's grandparents who flew down from Michigan on Tuesday. What a precious couple. They were in our office for quite some time and their heart is broken. At this time I'd like to introduce you to Jim and Lucy Nunley, the grandparents of TJ, and Miss Lucy will be speaking.
On Sunday, December the 9th, 2012 at 3:35 a.m., our lives changed forever. When our phone rang at that time of morning, we knew it was not good news. But when I answered the phone, I was not prepared to hear that our beloved grandson, TJ, had been shot and killed. Our hearts are broken. We used to call our times together as making a memory. TJ loved to watch his favorite baseball team, the Detroit Tigers. He watched hockey with Grandpa and was a #1 fan of the Red Wings. He loved karate and took classes with his dad. He earned 4 belts. He loved jet skiing at Uncle Brian's, getting in the cockpits of the planes his uncle flies. He loved singing the oldies with me, we were not very good. We laughed too much. He was a very special person with a smile that could light up a room. He was a loving son, brother, grandson, and nephew. Now we will never see the great-grandchildren he would have given us. So please, please, if you know anything about the death of this wonderful grandson, call the Justice Coalition and help us get justice.
At this time, we're going to hear from TJ's father, Thomas Nunley.
Thank you all for coming today. I came in from Dallas over the week, and I just want to say Jacksonville used to be my home. With work, I had to move, but I still call Jacksonville a place close in my heart. And I want to thank the coalition and everyone involved, including the Sheriff's Department and everyone, for allowing us this time to share our feelings. My son, Thomas James Nunley, was taken from our lives in December of 2012, just weeks before Christmas. My heart sank within my chest early that morning when I got the call. I almost couldn't believe it to be true. It wasn't my son, not my TJ. His life was cut way too short over a senseless crime. TJ, as we affectionately called him, was an extremely talented young man with a beautiful future ahead of him and many opportunities awaiting him. He loved to draw things, especially cars and planes, and talked about going to college to study automotive design. I remember sitting with him for hours just talking about cars and classic cars and what was his favorites. We talked about sports, fishing, science, whatever came up. I have so many fond memories of him laughing and playing at the beach in the sand, swimming in his grandparents' pool up in Michigan, hanging out with my brother on the lake. I remember my first time holding my newborn son. When he took his first steps, when he'd walk behind me and mimic me just to laugh and make fun of me. And of course the young man that you see in these pictures here is my son. He grew up with an appreciation and absolute love of music. His face would light a room up when he heard a song that was his favorite. He touched every life that he came in contact with. I am so sad that I will never get to see the man he would become. He was a loving son, brother, grandson, and nephew who genuinely cared about everyone. No parent should have to lose their child, and it's extremely difficult for me to know that this tragedy had to happen. It breaks my heart to know that my son died here, alone. I love him more than any words could say. And I ask you, if you have any information, please, no matter how trivial, please bring it forward. Let someone know. Please help us solve this. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to hear from TJ's mother, Dina Westbrook. Dina.
First, I'd like to say thank you all for coming. I appreciate the support. We all do. Today is a day, as a parent, I never thought could happen. I'm standing here where my son's life was cut short at the age of 19. He was murdered, and we want to know why. The killer still runs free and thinks that no one saw him. He may have looked to the right. He may have looked to the left. But what he failed to do was look up, because that's who saw everything. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get caught. And I plead and beg anyone with any information at all for Thomas James Nunley's murder, please contact. Please contact us. The number is 630-0500 or 630-2172. If you want to be anonymous, please call 866-845-TIPS. We appreciate this, and we hope someone comes forward soon. Thank you all.
You know, the sad thing about all of this, and when someone's lost a loved one, when it comes a holiday or an anniversary, a birthday, it makes it so difficult. And this coming Sunday will be the first Mother's Day without TJ. It'll be the first Mother's Day that Dina doesn't have her son. It'll be the first Mother's Day that Miss Lucy doesn't have her grandson. And today I'd ask both of you to step forward to the mic for just a second. From the love of all these people that are here today, your family, your friends, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, yellow is for remembrance. And today we remember TJ. On Mother's Day, God bless you. You know, we take things for granted. We have our children today, and we forget to say, I love you. I'd ask you to say a prayer for this family today, and I also ask you to come forward with the information that you know that might solve this case. Thank you very much. If there's any questions from the Sheriff's Office or someone else, they would take that question now.
I'd just like to know where TJ live. You're in this neighborhood here. Is that, how far is it from your house? It's across the what? I'm sorry.
2 streets on the right on 7th
Right.
Drive.
And he had walked out. He was fine. Thanks.
Is there another question?
This might be for one of the JSO officers. Any possible reason? Any indication that he had a beef with somebody or anything like that?
No, and that's what's frustrating, because he had left his house, was just walking down the street. For whatever reason, he was shot in cold blood. No robbery, nothing. So that's what's frustrating there. Why someone would do this to him? Why? There's got to be a reason out there. Someone out there knows, and like I said, we just want someone to come forward with the information to us.
You said you didn't have any information at all. I mean, this is just pretty much a blank slate in terms of investigative.
Yes.
It is.
I mean, my investigation team, they followed some leads, but it led to no information that can help us in solving this crime.
That drive by or what? They have no idea.
Dana, we don't know.
Is there anything else? If that's all, this will conclude the press conference. Thank you so much for